My cousin ruined my wedding and my family defended her. So I cut them off forever. My name is Olivia, and for the first 26 years of my life, I lived as a background character in my own story. The spotlight always belonged to my cousin Camila. To understand why I made a decision that permanently changed my life, you need to understand my family dynamic. My parents, Victor and Zoe, avoided conflict like the plague. Peace is the most important thing. My mother always said usually right before sweeping problems under the rug. Then there were my Aunt Emma and Uncle Hugo. Wealthy, loud, and completely responsible for creating the monster that was their daughter, Camila. Camila is 3 years younger than me, and from the moment she was born, the world revolved around her. If it was my birthday and I blew out the candles, Camila would cry until my aunt forced my parents to bring out another cake so Camila could blow candles too. If I got good grades, the family would say, "Good job, Olivia," and then spend an hour comforting Camila for failing math, insisting the teachers were jealous of her intelligence. I grew up resentful, yes, but mostly resigned. I became quiet, focused on my studies and my career as a designer. Emotionally, I pulled away. Physically, I still showed up to weekly family dinners out of obligation. Then I met Diego. Diego was everything my family wasn't: genuine, humble, kind, and emotionally strong. He was a doctor who worked long hours and valued every dollar he earned. When he proposed after 4 years together, he did it privately, just the two of us, far away from drama. The ring cost $3,000, paid with his savings. It wasn't massive or flashy, but to me it was perfect. The problem started when we announced our engagement. We organized a dinner at a neutral, elegant restaurant. My parents cried. My dad hugged me. For one brief moment I felt seen. Then a fork slammed violently against a porcelain plate. "I can't believe you would do this to me," Camila said, tears perfectly placed on her heavily made-up face. My aunt immediately turned to her. "What's wrong, my love?" "I've been depressed for months because Mateo left me," Camila sobbed. "And Olivia knows how sensitive I am. Rubbing her happiness in my face like this is cruel." The silence was unbearable. "Camila," I said carefully, "we're celebrating our engagement. This isn't about you." "Of course it is," she screamed. "You always need attention." And then came the worst part: my family agreed with her. "Maybe you should have waited," my mother whispered. "She's been suffering so much," my uncle added, stroking his 23-year-old daughter's hair like a toddler. The bill was $800. I paid it. No one toasted us. They toasted Camila's broken heart. I wanted a simple wedding. Diego wanted to give me the wedding I deserved. Our budget was $30,000: good food, good music, an intimate vineyard. When my aunt heard the budget, she laughed. "Only $30,000? Hugo spent that on Camila's Europe shopping trip last year." Then came the condition. "We'll help," she said, "but Camila must be the maid of honor." "She won't be," I said firmly. After weeks of emotional manipulation, Diego compromised. Camila could be a bridesmaid but not the main one. That was mistake number 1. Mistake number 2 was inviting her to the dress fitting. She tried on wedding dresses, white wedding dresses. "It's just to see how I'll look when it's my turn," she said, twirling in lace and silk. The shop owner eventually asked her to stop. I cried in the car afterward. The wedding day arrived. Perfect weather. Beautiful venue. We even hired extra security, but you can't protect yourself from your own family. At 2:55 p.m., everyone was seated except my aunt, uncle, and Camila. "They'll never forgive me if we start without them," my mother whispered. They arrived 20 minutes late. The doors opened. Camila walked in wearing a bright white gown, complete with a train and tiara, looking exactly like a bride. She walked down the aisle waving. The ceremony was hijacked. Later, at the reception, she insulted the food, mocked the decor, demanded private photo sessions with our photographer, and eventually grabbed the microphone. Drunk, she insulted my husband publicly. Then she fell. Red wine exploded across Diego's suit. She grabbed the tablecloth. Our $1,200 wedding cake collapsed. And my family blamed us. Don't make a scene, my mother said. She's scared. That was it. I threw them out. The next morning, my parents came over not to apologize but to demand I apologize to Camila. That's when something inside me snapped quietly and permanently. I cut them all off. Blocked numbers. Moved cities. Started therapy. Years later, we were married quietly, peacefully, surrounded only by people who truly loved us. And for the first time in my life, I wasn't a shadow. I was free. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like and subscribe.